Kia ora team, Coach Brad here, all the way from the land of the long white cloud, Aotearoa, New Zealand. And I can't wait to unpack the ultimate warm-up for your run. Don't just use the first 5 minutes of your run as a warm-up. Focus on a specific warm-up to enhance your run. I see so many runners getting out of their cars and just getting straight into a shuffle thinking that will do as a warm-up. It's not the case. Don't run for your warm-up, warm up for your run. This substance is even more important for a rep run, a speed run, or a time trial, but aspects of this warm-up should be part of every single run you do. I like to call it an enhancement buffer zone. Now, these specific movements, plus some lifestyle habits, are going to really improve your running form, your efficiency. It's going to maximize the session, and ultimately, it's going to improve your running performance. Now, step one is simply that easy jog. So that's 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the length of your session. And this is going to help just get some load. So prepare the body and system for the loading ahead. So it's going to get the blood moving. It's going to put some load through the muscle, those tendon attachments to the bone. And then towards that end of the run, or the end of that warm-up, you're going to look at doing some side to sides. You're going to look at doing some backwards running and some grapevine movements, just to work those different planes of the joints in the lower limb. So let me take you through those side to sides, grapevines and backwards running, and just show you what it's going to look like, because grapevine means different things in different parts of the world. Side to side, one direction and the other. And grapevine in one direction and the other direction. Now I want to go over the grapevine because this is a little bit trickier than the side to sides. So what you want to do is place one foot in front, stride out to the side laterally, and then put that same foot behind. So a little bit quicker, it goes like that, and you can get your arms involved as well, going in that opposite direction. So just follow my feet, see how my arms are going. And then you just speed that up as you get more and more coordinated. And it's a fantastic way to wake up the whole pelvic and hip system and get everything going for that warm-up. And you can't beat a little bit of backwards running. Just make sure that behind you is clear. Now, step two in the ultimate warm-up is to mobilize and warm up the hips and hamstrings. Now, one easy way you can do this is, rather than drive to the start of your run, if you're going to start your run somewhere other than home, maybe take your cycle, take a bike. That means you're going to be warmed up nicely before you even get started on the run. Right, the first way that we're going to really get these hips and hamstrings going is a simple air squat. So after you've done your easy jog, you've done some side to side, some grapevine, some backwards running, now it's time to get everything going with some nice air squats. So going nice and deep, or as deep as you can, taking those hips through range. It's a great way to complement that warm-up. And after the air squats, you can really get the hip going with some hip swings. So hang on to something, or try and do it standing up without hanging on, a little bit tougher for the balance, and just swing those hips forward and back. Now be careful not to arch that back. So try and keep that pelvis stable, abs on a little bit, and then swing those hips through. So this is a really good way to really mobilize and prepare these hips for the run session ahead. Now, step three for the warm-up is really taking a bigger interest in the calf and the toes and the feet. So we really want to get them all worked up. It's really important because of the force conductive ability of the fascia in the calf and the foot. So we really want to get this warmed up so that we can load it appropriately, decreasing the risk of injury and increasing your performance. So to really warm up the feet, the calves and the toes, we're going to start with a little bit of toe walking. So up onto your toes, and 20 steps. And then opposite, so onto your heels to really engage the tibialis anterior. And then finally, a bit of a knee hug and some ankle circles. So one direction for 5 to 10 times, other direction on each foot. And there you have it. You've warmed up those feet, the ankles, the calves, so they can be ready to be those fantastic force conductors to help you maximize your run potential. And for the final step, step 4, it's time to get some speed work. This is the final full stop in your warm-up to light the system up, to prepare for full engagement. So you want to start at about 40% of your sprint speed and work up to about 85% over around 60 meters, and maybe try and do about 4 of them. Pack your warm-up with this goodness. Make sure you enhance that buffer zone between your life and your next running training. Use these 4 steps to not only decrease your injury rate, but improve your ability to perform as a runner. Thanks team for watching. Hopefully you got something out of it. The 4-step system to the perfect warm-up to get you really hyped up, get your system going for the fantastic run session that's going to follow it. So if you want a little bit more information on toe training, big toe training, check out this video here. Otherwise, go out and earn your miles. Be kind, champion compassion, and I'll catch you on the next video.